I want to hop in at the beginning, recorded at the end, but the beginning real quick and
go for it.
Let you all know that we are recording at Jonathan's place because there was some heater nonsense, some AC nonsense at James and Cameron's place. So we're here. If you hear a bunch of a little extra road noise in the background, it's just because we're at a different place than usual. It's really not that bad. I hope you don't mind. Anything to add, gentlemen? It didn't have to just be me.
Sorry, I didn't want to sweat my ass off in my own living room to record this podcast.
There you go.
All right, wonderful. Sure.
Wait, what was the thing you said the other day? When you crack your toes, that's how you know something?
Oh, I did say something.
That came up on, was it last week's podcast? He just cracked his toes, but what was the...
It was something about video. There's something about video. It's been 2 weeks in a row we've mentioned you cracking your toes has been a prominent mention on
should
the
this
show.
should this be a new channel in the Discord?
Toe cracking?
Yeah.
Cracks toes?
Little piggies.
Yeah. Welcome back everybody to the episode of the Common Ground Podcast. Your favorite podcast. We're your favorite format, Pauper. This is episode 133. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler. Joined by the... What did you play this weekend? Oh, Jess Guy, Lovin' Thomas Gunn.
That's me.
Rocking some skies.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
The skies are the red, white, and blue, brother.
Yeah, you're getting into the season, aren't you?
That's right. Yeah, I'm feeling very inspired.
Do you? I have a Eagle tank top you can borrow for.
Oh, there we go.
For the party.
There we go. No, I'm doing well. Having fun with Jess Guy and enjoying this wonderfully warm weather we're having.
It's hotter than hell, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's only gonna get hotter this week.
Yeah, I know. 90 is it 97's the max?
No, 99.
99 now.
That's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like 115 degree like heat index. Disgusting.
That's awesome.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Not a
that's
fan.
way too hot.
We'll be in it by the time this is heard.
And dude,
Yeesh.
Saturday rain percentage keeps going up too.
It
It's like
does.
at like 30%.
I was seeing 55 the other day.
Yeah, it keeps fluctuating, so we'll see where that goes.
Mm.
Also joined by James got his bows just in time. Hieronymus, what's up?
My blood pressure.
You can still play them.
Yes, I can still play him. I got him in the mail today.
Mm-hmm.
That's still really.
Put them on the Thermal Alchemist and
I'm gonna not do that.
put them on a horseshoe crab.
I'm gonna not do that.
Put them on a Pillapala.
That I'm more likely to do.
That sounds like
That seems good.
that seems terrible.
I'm with Cameron.
I'm more likely to do that
bad.
though than any of the other options.
Also joined by Naya Bow specialist. He played the deck once and flawlessly at that too. 0 mistakes and very quick too. You were snappy with it that day. You played it Saturday. Only went the time twice out of 4 rounds in a Swiss. And no misplays again. So Jonathan Collins, there you go. AKA Brute.
Saturday was probably the loosest Magic I've ever played in my entire life.
It
worked out.
I
Did
felt
not
it
matter. Did not matter. Deck carried.
Just play the good deck. Just
So-
play
Oh, I
the
would love
good
to.
cards.
You were playing friend of the pod, listener to the pod, Luna. You're playing her, and I think y'all drawled.
Yes.
And at one point, you pitched. There's a sneaky snacker in your graveyard already, and you pitched another sneaky snacker to pursue the past. And you picked up the first one, and you set your graveyard down. I glance over at our friend Tyler. I pick up my bag and I walk away out of disgust. And I come back and I think y'all drew.
Oh, I hard punted that match. Yes.
And I'm like, Brooke, can I tell you what you did wrong? And I just start like rambling off, and you're like, yeah. I felt bad about it.
It was like 5 minutes of the end of the rant. I was like, at one point, I was like, Cameron, I can't really receive this feedback right now. Like, I'm kind of in the middle of the event.
And Luna's probably just like, dude, this guy's a dick.
Oh, they know what you are. Those people all knew what you were.
They didn't, they learned. Oh yeah, but you played Bo.
Real quick. Can you move the mic? Can you like tilt the mic arm down a little? No, not that. Oh, that's the worst possible thing.
the worst possible thing. The worst possible thing?
Well, at least with the mic stand, 'cause getting it to stay tight and not like come undone here is a little tougher at this angle.
If you want to destroy
I mean, I
my
could sit
sweater,
No, you're good. You be
hold
good.
this
You're
thread as I
know, but-
walk away.
That's chill.
As I
Okay.
walk away,
Just wanted it a little closer to like.
watch
a
it
little-
bow unravel.
Yeah, I feel like you had to,
He'll
like-
soon
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
naked.
Yeah. Let me hear it real quick.
Oh,
Greetings.
and I got a
Oh,
box
yeah.
of Modern Masters 2.
Ooh. For us to
It was at the
draft?
game cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
suck.
Yeah,
I
we're
got a
good.
box of turtles that she can draft with me.
Where do you keep finding these turtles at?
Aquatic Critters. It was beside where we played Saturday. Did you not go in there between rounds?
No.
They got all sorts
Did
of
you?
turtles. No, because I went to time every round. I did not play well.
Good point, fair. But
Didn't matter.
Doesn't
You won.
matter.
we thought we'd have you back on because you and I are the only ones that have played the deck out of the pod, and so we were going to talk about our initial thoughts. But now the card got banned.
Yeah, Seeker of Skybreak was
You
banned
wouldn't do it.
today as we're recording Monday, June 29th.
Is that the card that matters on the ban list today? Is that the card that matters? I think it was Candelabra of Town House.
I think it was Time Warp and Brawl.
You know, no temporal manipulation.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was.
I did laugh very hysterically when I saw
there was
those two were banned.
there was some
Brawl.
counter
There's like
spell that
6
got banned.
cards on the brawl list.
There
I
was
like,
like-
who?
Yeah, there was
people
some
still play this.
Yeah, there was some counter spell that got banned because it's
Force
like
of Will?
no, it's a single mana counter spell. It says like counter spell that wasn't cast from the hand,
Oh yeah.
and so that
yeah.
just counters a commander. So I was like, yeah, that's really okay.
Yeah.
We're banning that. Okay.
Yeah,
That
like
card
Crimson
seems
Vow
good,
or
though.
whatever.
It is like the Timmy format, I would assume, if they're banning like temporal manipulation, because it's like, I don't like that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about bow bans. So,
Bow bands?
bow ban.
The Seeker ban.
Yeah, they was it last Wednesday. Gavin put out a video saying, "Hey, I want your feedback." Where I begged for like 2 extra challenges this week. He said they needed a lock-in decision by Friday, so maybe they only had like 3 days.
I think he did it on
max
Tuesday.
On Tuesday, so like 3 days to like make a decision, really. And they went ahead and pulled the trigger. And I think that's kind of like the most controversial thing about this ban is the whole timing of it.
Yeah.
And do we want to talk about power level of the thing first?
Sure. I mean, the deck certainly looks very strong.
I guess
certainly
what's the deck? I guess
so the deck. So for those who don't know, the combo in the middle that we've talked about a few times on the pod, and I'm sure is everywhere in Pauper news over the last few weeks, is Seeker of Skybreak. So 2-mana 2/1, or it's a 2-mana 2/1 that can tap to untap target creature, namely that can target itself. And Hawkeye's Bow, single red mana for an equipment. It's 1 to equip, gives the creature +1/+0 in reach, and whenever the equipped creature becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So that just is infinite damage when you equip it to Seeker Skybreak and you have it target itself to untap over and over and over again. The shells that popped up with this that saw the most success, I think probably the second place in terms of like where the community landed right away was this like red-green shell, different versions of this red-green shell that we had kind of talked about, where like you have some draw 2s and Sneaky Snacker, you have some Malevolent Rumbles, maybe Writhing Chrysalis.
Yeah, I think the
call
protection
damage
spell.
control, some protection spells.
I think people landed on. I think there were 2 versions that people landed
Yeah,
on. There was like
this
a
is the-
teamer version was where people like actually landed aside from like the Naya version. I think.
No,
'Cause
the red-green version was much more popular than the teamer version.
I didn't see a single like 5-0 list of this.
There were some 5-0 lists and there were
Some
a
challenges.
handful of top 16s.
I did see the teamer
challenges.
version of this.
Yeah, no,
That
that
was the
that
same-
did show up.
That
It-
was basically the same thing.
right. There was a teamer version. There was also a teamer version that was very close to just like the teamer scred control.
That's what I'm talking
as
about.
well. Yeah. There was like one list of those, and then a bunch of red green, and then beyond red green, what seemed to be the most popular shell and a very powerful shell, and what you played, Jonathan, was the Naya Gates list. So taking like this Naya Gate shell. Leaning more into the draw 2s and Sneaky Snackers that had become kind of a new adoption of these Naya Gates builds after the success of Green-White Gates over the last few months, and trying things out with Pursue the Past once that got printed. and it seemed like a very easy spot to just slot the combo into. You have a really solid plan. You have multiple plan Bs that are very, very solid with Sacred Cat, Outlaw Medic plus Basilisk Gate, really any creature plus Basilisk Gate, or just Sneaky Snacker beats and stuff like that. Turned out to be very, very good, and it won the 3 middle-of-the-week challenges that they wanted for data. So, albeit they were smaller challenges because they're the middle of the week, but it did win every single one and put a second copy in top 8 of one of those 3 also.
And then it also won a paper challenge over the previous weekend.
There was a paper event in Italy.
Yeah,
and
that was
yeah.
They won that too. So that was
the
really
tree
the cat.
was
I think it was the start of the catalyst for them wanting to know. It was like, oh, is this immediately like too much?
I will say that deck kind of fell almost like the combo wasn't even your plan A in the Naya version, at least. I don't know if you felt that way playing the deck as well.
I 100% felt like I was playing a Snacker Cat Gates deck that occasionally comboed. Like, the only time I really felt like, oh yeah, I am a combo deck is against like Elves, which was a Winding Way Lead the Stampede deck, which has no way to interact. I assume it feels the same way against Spy because you're the same thing but faster. But like against decks that could interact, like I wasn't really considering about the combo in those matchups. I just thought of the Seeker as another standard bearer.
Which is probably a little bit too strong in our format if we have a mid-range deck that can just shore up all of its matchups by going under you completely and comboing you out. And then if it's a matchup like you're playing against one of those control decks, you're okay, cut the combo. Now I'm completely this Gates deck, and if you're going to sit here and try to kill all my Sacred Cats, I'm going to outvalue you. Or against Burn, where they can hold up like the darts and lightning bolts against your combo, it's okay, can you beat the Sneaky Snackers, the Sacred Cats, the Medics, as I like remove your gutter snipes and stuff. So,
and your deck that can give the cat haste, which is kind of crazy against Burn.
Yeah, that came up quite a bit.
A lot. That was like my main game plan.
Bitter Reunion looked really good just in the fair plan in general. Like it was the draw 2 of choice simply because it could give the Seeker haste. But yeah, just giving one of these lifelink creatures haste, or embalming a cat and being able to Basilisk Gate right away. Like I saw that come up a bunch of times over several games, because you and Michael Guy, member of Discord, friend of the show, also played the deck in the tournament. You were the only 2 pilots of the deck in our. It was a small tournament, but good players, strong competition, and you were both the finalists. So
yeah, funny enough, we were sitting down and I was kind of what's the word? Not meandering.
You were
pondering,
flip flopping between Madness and Naya Gates with the combo in it, and I had both lists ready, like the deck list ready to put them in the thing, and you're like, dude, if you're not going to play the deck that's going to get banned Monday, I will. And I'm like, okay, here you go. That makes my decision for me.
It was a little more aggressive than that. I tried to bully you into playing it because I was absolutely offended that you were not going to take this opportunity for this moment in history to play the deck the one day you could before it got banned.
So stupid of me, too, because I kind of made like not a name for myself, but like a little bit of.
You are the Naya Gates player.
Yeah, like I feel like I kind of like made that a little bit one of my personalities, was playing Naya Gates.
It's the best deck in the format.
Yeah, exactly. I've been saying that forever, and when it was the best deck in the format for a week, I'm like, nah, I'll just play Madness.
Well, I thought it was absurd.
It surprised me too, because you're someone that has also been very true to the, and maybe your philosophy has changed slightly, but in a competitive environment where if you can choose to play the deck that you think is gonna get banned, you should probably play that deck. Like picking Breach in Modern last year or whatever,
Yeah, so
that also a little surprised me, but also didn't, because you also want to get reps in with Madness and feel the deck out for Genesis. So
yeah, that is true. But hey,
but he's not even going to play.
No, probably not going to play anymore.
No, I figured we talked about this.
You only had one opportunity to play it,
one shot.
You let it go.
Yeah,
it was such a cool moment.
To seize everything you ever wanted.
I'm glad you let me have it. Like I had so much fun. It was awesome.
You can clip a corner of that beta bolt you won. You can clip a corner and hand it to me.
Like where the little white corner is. I already ate it to gain its strength, though.
You can do 3 damage to any target now. Use it wisely.
Dude, the font on that thing is awesome.
Did it taste
huge. Oh, yeah. It tasted delicious.
What are you going to do with it?
Everyone keeps asking me this, and I don't really have a plan. I'm going to hold on it.
I know a great cube full of just red cards that would love...
I'll lick it. I'll lick it before it goes in cube.
That will be even better.
He's going to bring it to Cube Night, and if he drafts Lightning Bolt, he'll play it. In replace of, he'll de-sleeve your Lightning Bolt and play it.
So, alum of the pod, Sam, had an amazing idea, which was put it in a Jeskai Ephemerate deck along with the Marvel Ephemerate and the, like, crayon-drawn Mole Drifter, and just put the Beta Bolt in, like, all the deranged arts that I
you just
love.
Have this classic, and then just bleh.
Yeah.
It's hard to
you
make
go.
fun of the hand-drawn Mole Drifter, though.
No, those are
like,
awesome.
you know.
If you don't like those, you need a little fun in your life.
Yeah. I
Play
love
with some
those.
hand-drawn Mole Drifters.
I showed those to Hana recently. Like, oh, this is the story with these. They're so good.
Do I
pretty
appreciate what they are? Yes. Am I ever going to play with them? No.
You can borrow mine anytime you want. They're foil.
I have a set of Lauren Muldrifters. I'm good.
So in the ban article, Gavin cited 3 reasons for banning the Seeker of Skybreak. Did I say Bow was banned?
Kind of.
I did say
We
Bow. I
keep
think
calling it the
We
bow
kept
band.
correcting you, so we're
yeah.
good.
Oh, okay. I didn't even delete it over my head.
No, you're good.
You don't listen to your friends, I know.
Yeah, well,
We
I don't
know.
listen to anybody,
I know.
so don't take
I'm
it
my own
personally.
man. I'm an independent person.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing.
Gavin cited 3 reasons for banning Seeker. There we go. Is this a play pattern we want in Pauper? Number 1. Number 2. What are the odds we ban a card in August if we don't ban one now? And number 3. Is it better to ban slower or faster? So number 1. Is this a play pattern we want in Pauper? One thing they cited is having a very cheap 2-card combo. They are not a fan of that. We've talked about it last episode. They're not a fan of starting on turn 2. This is the removal check format. They
Very brood scale plus sadistically-esque. They kind of cited that in the article as well.
Brew, what was
Which we
the sentence that you said something in Discord earlier today?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, say it again.
I have no idea which sentence. I've said so many sentences in your Discord today.
Gosh, you suck. No, I'm kidding.
Rude?
No, I'm kidding. You said something along the lines of, I think people need to ban or to see the ban through this context, through the
Oh,
lens of the sentence.
Yeah.
It's through the, so it's basically that first criteria that Gavin laid out. It's like, is this a play pattern we want in Pauper?
Hello.
In order to, like, start all the logic of this ban, like, you have to make the presupposition. How do we feel about A plus B combos that are cheap and deadly in our format? And Gavin said he and the PFP decided, no way.
It's not a
But,
place
like,
for it.
yeah. I'm a newer player. I started playing after Brood Scale. I thought it was kind of cool before this ban happened to hear some people say, like, I like A plus B deadly combo metas. And I was like, oh, I would have thought that was incredibly toxic from what I hear. So I feel like there's some push or pull on
The
this.
people that like it either enjoy winning with that thing, or they're kind of on the Kyle spectrum or Sir Himps a lot, where they can easily like target that specific deck, and that's what they're targeting for, and they can build their deck around that. And that can be fun, but whether or not that's as appealing as the wide amount of decks you could play in Pauper, I guess that's up for one to decide whether they like that or not.
I think there's kind of a third archetype of player too who's coming from other Eternal formats where things like this are not viewed in the same lens as the PFP is now very, they've kind of alluded to this, but I think this is probably the clearest communication they've given of this is actually our intention of what we think we want Pauper to look like. And so if other people come in from other Eternal formats where there's even more free interaction, there's even more efficient, powerful 1 and 2 mana threats and things like that, and like 1-2 card combinations are kind of all over the place. Like Splinter Twin's still legal in Modern.
Brood Scale's
Brood
a deck in Modern.
Brood Scale is a deck in Modern. It doesn't exactly go off with sadistically, but it has essentially the same thing in another card and
An artifact that's sadistically.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a great Ursa Saga deck, etc., etc. But like those formats have, they have a wider power band to be able to handle things like that. They technically have more eyes on some of them, certainly in Modern's case, with it still being a Pro Tour format and things like that. So the competitiveness that comes along with that, I think, is something that it's now very clear that they want to kind of tamper down a little bit for Pauper. I think, like, kind of for your point of, like, there are newer your point, Jonathan, like, there are newer players who come into the game and this is their first constructed format outside of EDH, and maybe, they had an EDH pod that was really combo heavy or whatever, and they just want to play just like nuts and bolts Magic. And I think Pauper is the best format for other than Draft, maybe, for just nuts and bolts Magic.
100%. Yes.
There's nothing like nuts and bolt than sacrificing 2 mountains to dome your opponent. Before.
It is.
That's a one card combo.
Yeah. You gotta have 2 mountains in play.
And I guess
I'm pretty sure
card
it's sack 2
combo.
mountains, your opponent draws 7 cards.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Oh, you draw 7 cards.
You both do.
It's
It's
Wheel of
great.
Fortune.
It's a Wheel
Yeah,
of
you
Fortune.
both
It's
do. It's
great.
Wheel of
It's
Fortune.
great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, because like I initially was like, I'm fine with it. It looks like you can interact with it a lot, and I'm also someone who is going to build my deck in a way that's going to interact with it. I'm not going to play a deck that's going to lose to this on turn 3 without any interaction. Like, not everyone wants to approach a metagame like that, like this. Like, that's kind of one of the things with Pauper.
So it's funny you say that. In the early challenges that Naya Bow won, Elves got 2nd and 3rd, the Winding Way 0 interaction deck. And Elves was one of the decks I was thinking about bringing Saturday. I was like, this is kind of cool that this can survive against.
Well, there might have been one other player playing it in that room. Like, if you didn't play, I might not have played it. So,
Yeah.
not elves, but the bow combo. So,
Oh, yeah, it would have been safe for that room, I think. I mean, it did make top 4.
Yeah, Derek made top 4 with Elves.
you made top 4.
And then he got crushed by the combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they are consistently in 2nd place, I will say, from the results.
They're losing to
So,
that. One of those things too. You saying you can build your deck in a way to beat it, but it having that strong of, I'm gonna say like game plan A of like Sacred Cat Outlaw Medic being a Gates deck. Like,
Agreed.
it's still okay with other decks honing out to beat it. Really, I think the strongest game plan we saw against it was a Gardens deck that played
With
4
4
main.
Rancid Earth in the main.
4 Rancid Earths in the main deck, which is 1 black, destroy target land, threshold, deal 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls. So it deals with their game plan of Sacred Cat and kills their Seekers on the board. Can also get rid of the Basilisk Gate, which
gets
is
rid
the
of
main
Sneaky
thing.
Snackers temporarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was
Standard
a
bearers.
like a very, very good card against that. But that doesn't really matter too much anymore. Still under is the play pattern we want in Pauper, and them curating it towards the idea of they don't want cheap 2-cost combos. Austin said something today interesting at work where alum of the pod, Austin, go listen to the last episode. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
He said it feels like they're almost curating the Pauper format less as it's not a Pro Tour format. They're almost curating it as Gavin would a cube. And they're worried about the play experience and more so of the competitive side of it.
If that's the argument, I feel like there are a lot of cards that could be on the chopping block. If that's the goal. Because there are a lot of, like, quote, unfun things to be doing in the format.
Yeah. And that's just one person's take on it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, yes, but I'm saying, but if that is, and I do agree that is mostly what seems to be the case here. But no, there's like, if you've played like actual Gavin's cubes before,
Yeah.
so did you feel like this is something that would not make its way into one of those?
The one I played was just all about 2000, 2003 standard, and you can get opposition locked out of that, so or upheavaled.
So,
But I love that crap.
okay.
So fun is kind of like in the eyes of the beholder. It's really hard to gauge should something be banned on a fun metric. But yeah, we've done that before, so.
I don't think it should be entirely that, but it should be
No.
partially that. I think they can do and should balance this differently than a Pro Tour format.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because it's not a
Well,
Pro
the
Tour
problem,
format.
well, the problem is then you have like people who are competitively interested in the format that don't get the satisfaction of like honing a deck for tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about this before, where like the bigger content creators or whatever are like not a fan of the format currently as things stand because of the wide range of things that you can do.
Well, if you're only interested in this format as a competitive endeavor, you got the wrong format.
I agree. I 100% agree.
If you're only into Magic as a competitive endeavor, you change up your life. it's like it's not worth
You
it.
just made a lot of people very angry.
I mean,
I'm on your side with this one. I think if you
Unlikely to be listeners of the pod, but
yeah, okay, because they're playing the wrong format. It's like, this is my competitive. But again, I like sitting down. If I'm sitting down and play Pauper, I will be trying to win, and it's fun to do things competitive, but it will be a game first, and I gotta remind myself that sometimes.
I would argue that Pauper, as much as it is widely, like a wide swath of decks are currently viable, certainly with this ban happening, we're kind of back to where we're at, and maybe we'll see maybe a couple of Marvel cards, bubble up to the surface.
what the draw twos?
I think call damage control could certainly find a home somewhere. I think that's a really strong regrowth.
Good draw too.
So,
I think
the other
Vision's
two draw
Love
twos.
isn't talked about.
yeah, no, it's definitely good in an artifact shell that you also like a snacker artifact shell. I think it would be really good. But I think that there's still like you could pick one of, say, if you think there are 5 best decks in Pauper, you can hyper focus on those 5 for an event the scale of Pauper Genesis or Pauper Get In, and understand that like if they're the top 5 decks in the format, you shouldn't have to think so much about needing to beat like the tier 2 stuff, because your deck will ideally just be stronger than most of them.
My to their point on this is that's the idea, is that they are going to face so many of the like people just like want to play the deck that they like in a tournament like that they can't, and then they'll just lose to nonsense, or, quote, in their eyes, nonsense.
Yeah.
So there's that too.
Good problem to have.
I'm on your side. I 100%
I
agree. I
know.
think that's a great
but
problem.
I understand their perspective with that. Sure.
I think if they're choosing, I think if you're just simply choosing Pauper as like your one competitive format, and then you are moaning and whining because it's too diverse, then I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Well, so Gavin was talking about how he didn't feel like control was represented enough in the meta, and something Ellison said recently that opened my eyes. So he didn't use the word toxic, but I don't know what he was talking about, like a toxic or a condensed or like a 4
Homogenized.
Yeah, a four deck metagame is much easier to build a control deck in. Like
Yes.
you can really do it, and that's,
that's why-
That's why I have so
That's
many
why
one-ofs.
that's why
Yeah.
the Jeskai deck looks like it does.
yeah.
Or it
Not
has-
all of them, but mine certainly has a lot of one-ofs.
Because you have Lutri in it.
That's the secret.
That's the secret sauce. I wasn't gonna. You leaked my secret sauce.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
It can take out a gate.
Yeah. Wait, with Lutri?
No, his deck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can loop that.
But the other point was, what are the odds we ban a card in August if we don't ban one now?
I actually think it goes up now, honestly, and I have a good reason for this.
Oh, you think they're going to ban a card in
I-
August still?
I still think there's a chance for it. Yes,
oh.
especially after today with enough push.
Here we go.
Like, enough.
I was
whatever.
hoping we weren't actually going to talk about this.
Oh, yeah. How could we not?
No, I know we are, but I hope none of you are in favor.
Okay.
Oh boy.
If we're going to talk about things that are just, we've also had a problem in Pauper before where a card is just ubiquitous enough across decks that it just finds its way out, right? There is currently a card that does occupy this space to a T.
Lightning bolt.
No, it is not Lightning Bolt.
It's in
And,
every
they have
red
to be,
deck.
and these would have to be the type of cards that are proactive cards. They can't just be like lean on control cards like a Lightning Bolt or whatever,
Yeah.
or a Scred. No. If that's the argument, it's like I think there's a shot that people like whine enough or complain enough for Sneaky Snacker to make its way on out the door.
Yeah, people have been complaining about the Sneaky Snacker. I would understand it because
That would be one of the ones I think I would most understand.
it is funny that it's in a blue-black terror deck. It's in a mono-blue terror deck. It's in a mono-red deck. It's in a Rakdos deck.
It's in a Boros deck. It's in
a Naya deck.
Yeah, it's in.
You can play any color combination you want. Of
That's
this
not green,
Dimir.
basically.
Yeah, this Dimir card. Naya gates, man.
Well, I'm saying that that's not like a green
Base
deck. A green deck.
Yeah.
And with guild sets and hybrid pips becoming more common in draft,
Correct.
it is only a matter of time before you are playing it in green decks.
If I told you, if I told you in MH4 there was going to be a card, it was blue black, and all these different color combinations are going to play it, and it's going to see a ton of play, and it's going to be really good. You'd be like, man, that sounds like a recipe for a card to get banned.
I'd be like, we already have that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. That's what before, even if I told you that in MH3 there's going to be a card like that, your reaction would probably be, it sounds like a recipe for it to be banned.
Because like it's the opportunity cost to play them is just so low.
Yeah.
Because it's just a card that fits in almost any game plan.
I've heard people say it's like, oh, you can get Strain in your hand, and it's like, well, I'm probably losing that game anyway if I'm not turning through my deck. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if I'm necessarily for or against it, but I definitely wouldn't be shocked.
I will say that after today, I am more in favor of it.
Yeah.
Dang. What changed your mind then?
If we're not allowing things to change in the way of new cards being like really impactful in a format like this, I mean, yes, the card itself is staying around, but essentially you've kind of just nixed it into being kind of into obscurity, right? This is a card that has been around for a while, has really proven its tournament pedigree across however many different decks, however many different archetypes, however you want to look at it, and continues to put up results week after week after week after 2 years of it being around. That card is easier to play than either Writhing Chrysalis or Refurbished Familiar.
But are we pro banning the most powerful cards?
It's not that I'm pro
format.
I think
turning up the format.
If that's the case, then I think that would help in that case. I think that would help a lot.
Oh. I guess that's not why I would be surprised.
That's why I want it. It's like if people want to change and they don't want the change to be an A plus B equals the game ends card, then let there be a different change. Because at some point, yes, we talked about also like Pauper being. It's nice that Pauper is a fairly slow moving format. At some point, you just got to say, yeah, we need something different to happen here. Otherwise we're just kind of beating the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this before. Like we've talked about, like we wax poetically about how we like that it's a very slow churning format.
Yes, and then I think I do not think that it's that's not the case, and I still want it to be that way. I do think that at some point you do go, okay, well, nothing has changed. Again, they're not allowing new cards to promote and move forward proactive cards specifically. Because if it's not a proactive card, then they're just not really going to touch it, right?
I think it's a very niche scenario. I wouldn't say they don't allow new cards to.
That's not what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
It's the opportunity for something to be new for more than a weekend, basically. I mean,
I don't think this is the normal precedent.
This is not the normal precedent, but they have no set precedent. Basically, until now, today was when he laid out this is the precedent going forward. This is what we're going for. But prior to this, it has not been the case, and that was kind of frustrating.
I think they've been abundantly clear about what they think is on their chopping block and communicating about what they think the format is.
Yeah, they've also said that they were not necessarily as consistent or willing to pull the trigger on something like that. Take, for example, High Tide.
Mm-hmm.
High Tide existed for, 9 months?
Yeah.
And then people complained about it for 9 months, and then it took them that long to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And this was a weekend.
Yeah, so they wait too long. They get death. They don't do it.
I think.
But
my point is just be consistent on it. If allow X amount of time for a thing to exist before you say that, before you get rid of it.
So y'all were talking about banning cards because they prevent new cards from coming in a format. I think Sneaky Snacker is a card that enables a lot of new cards into the format.
Moxite,
Vision's Love, Abandoned Attachments.
as long as they draw 2 cards and discard a card,
Yes.
they can be.
And these are a staple of draft. There's one every set. In the time I've been playing, most of them have ended up seeing play in Pauper, if not when they release, but a few months later. Because the sets change and we've had a lot of guild sets, we're seeing new things. Vision's Love lets us go deeper on this draw 2s and reds and build base red decks around these draw 2 discard ones that we haven't been able to before. It's just another place for this. And I'm not saying we need a Snacker ban tomorrow, but the Snacker will get better with time because draft
it's not getting
will
worse.
feed
That's for
Snacker.
Sure. Yeah.
Forever, because they're in every set.
Yeah.
Also, to the point of they want more control decks too. Snacker's a card that really punishes control decks just existing at all.
Well, you just play them in your control deck.
That's also really silly if that's the case.
Yeah.
It's smart.
I'm not saying it isn't. I'm saying that if that's the argument, that's really silly for a card to exist. It's like, oh, what card beats my control deck? Oh, I'll just put the same card in my control deck.
Yeah,
It's like an aggressive card, or not an aggressive card, but like
There's a lot of cards like
proactive
that, though.
that. I think that's one of the biggest. It's the biggest offender.
I've
Prove me
been-
wrong. It's not the biggest offender.
Lightning
I've
bolt.
been playing mainboard
That
relics.
card sees basically no play outside of madness.
Oh, Jessica doesn't really play, does it?
No,
Which card?
he plays like a
Lightning
one
bolt. I
copy.
have one in my list right now,
Cool.
but I'm probably gonna take it back out because I just added it, so I'd have one more removal spell for Seeker.
Yeah, it should probably be Torch for Sneaky
I
Snacker.
have a Torch to Tower also.
Need 4.
Lightning Bolt is not necessarily.
I have three
always like a
I have
proactive
three
card.
exiling
Sneaky
spells
Snacker is
already.
almost always a proactive card.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we see in the blue-black control decks too for Sneaky Snacker. But no, I agree. It is very versatile in what it can do. But
For my 2 cents, I am very much in the I don't understand why everyone decided to talk about banning Sneaky Snacker when we're talking about banning Seeker of Skybreak. Like, I get that we're talking about like the ubiquitous nature of the format and like every deck can play it and blah 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 blah.
It's in relation to the points that were made in the article.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's not the point of the article that was. What I'm getting to is the point of the article that Cameron brought up for the second section. The Sneaky Snacker actually happens much further down in the article, and we're talking about
yeah.
what are we talking about? The
What are the odds we
odds
ban
we ban a
something
card
in
in
August?
August if we don't ban one now. That was specifically in relation to Seeker and or Bow,
Yeah.
not necessarily Snacker. Then they mentioned Snacker later. So
yeah,
that's
we kind of just got into it.
we kind of got
Yeah,
into
yeah.
Snacker,
But
but yeah. Well,
that's-
now
it's
that we're
gonna
into
happen
Snacker, we'll
eventually.
we'll get back to the Seeker odds August whatever. But in terms of sneaky Snacker, because we're here, if your decks are having trouble with a 2/1 flyer, then I don't know what else to tell you.
mean,
Like
it constantly
it's
occurs itself.
pretty, yeah. And play a relic, play a Nile spell bomb, like play a torch to tower, play a ride zen,
Yeah.
just play your own snackers, play cast into the fire, take out 2 of them at once, and then nuke the yard.
Yeah,
Like play Bajuka
It
Bog,
is
like
extremely warping,
play
and I do think
reach
it is.
block-
a
play
Do you
lot-
have any
Writhing-
card- do you have any-
Writhing
do you have any cards
Chrysalis.
you just had to name to stop one card?
they're very very common cards.
They're all common.
They're all
you
very
just-
common cards.
You just need a couple of them. It's really not that hard to be Sneaky Snacker if
I
you're
don't know.
prepared.
I will say when I got my just absolute butt kicked by Mr. Michael Guy when he was playing it, our game 2, he gets a Sneaky Snacker in play, and I draw for turn. It's a relic. I'm like, nice. I'm like, let's go, just in time. You got to draw everything in the right order, of course, too. But I don't think it's an unbeatable card. I do agree it is extremely homogenous in whether or not people want that in their format. I can see why.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous, homogenous.
Same thing.
Yeah, I can see why people
Close
wouldn't
enough.
like that for like the health of a format.
I guess I just think it's a feature of the format and not a bug.
Yeah,
And like if down the line there becomes just too much, then like okay, whatever. I've tended to be wrong about all of these things.
I don't know. I like to say I like a lot of decks. Just really like almost. There are so many decks that play random draw twos that just get to play this for free.
Great.
yeah.
It's a powerful card.
But
You should
I'm
play
I'm not
powerful
arguing it's not a
cards.
powerful card. I'm arguing the side that I understand why people are upset that it exists.
Sure. I just think a 2/1 flyer with no additional text other
That
than
comes back every single turn of the
Yeah,
game.
sure.
It's really annoying.
Sure.
I played decks that like didn't really care. a
Sleep
damn
it every
about
turn. It's just like boom.
Fog
Like,
every turn.
Fog. Yeah.
But,
It's not that hard.
I don't know. Like we don't ban cards for. Do we ban cards for it being super ubiquitous in the
Ubiquitous.
format?
Oh, it depends.
They have another. I mean, they did with the dispute. That's what that was.
There's precedent.
Yeah, there is precedent there.
Yeah.
To James's point, absolutely.
It looks like
In terms of the odds they ban a card in August if we don't ban one now, this kind of also leads into the third point of is it better to ban slower or faster? I wanted to read. This is my biggest issue I think with today, that like I beforehand I was in favor of the bow sticking around. I wanted to see how the metagame developed. I'm of course a very competitive minded person at my core, and so I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's grind. Let's see what how the metagame adjusts. And even something like the 214 player like RC super qualifier that happened on Magic Online. There were no copies in top 8. There were 2 copies in top 16. There was a Naya Gates in 15th that didn't even have the combo in it. It was just straight Naya Gates. Which is super sick. Yeah, the power of that shell. Yeah,
we have been sleeping on Naya Gates.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
apparently not. You wouldn't play it.
Shut
I
up.
begged you to play it. I'm offended you didn't play it.
You took that bowl. You're like, fine, I'll go take it. Yeah.
So this is the section I wanted to read verbatim. Gavin says, so what are the advantages of banning a card now? In general, I favor taking action sooner rather than letting people play with something we know is going to need to go, and ask players to acquire cards and shape their decks around it. Fair, we kind of talked a little bit about that. But perhaps most salient of all, a primary reason for me is that in the time between now and August 10th, there's a lot going on with Pauper, including 2 large events, Paupergeddon in Italy and Pauper Genesis in the US. Having these 2 events, which are great sources of information for the Pauper metagame, and are tournaments that players are really looking forward to, impacted by a combination that is going to be removed from the format a few weeks later, is a very unfortunate result. And while you might look at these 2 events and think they're only a couple thousand players at most, these are events that the greater Pauper community will enjoy looking at for decklist results and metagame updates. Those are all things that would be made far less accurate by a format that is about to change from a ban. This is the precedent to me that I think is the most dangerous with this decision, is to say that we are going to take this action really swiftly based on what little data we have and the vibes and the opinions of the community that we have, and the PFP's own discussion. Gavin makes it very clear in the article that they talked about this a lot. They took a lot of care to make this decision. That shows in the article and the explanation. But putting the onus on, we don't want to shake up Pauper, get a big competitive tournament.
Using big Pauper
is
big
wild to me.
Is insane to me. I mean, they didn't. Not to point at other formats, they let Nadu run
rampant in Modern.
Rampant in Modern for how long?
Too long.
How long did they let Underworld Breach let go?
Yeah, too long.
Too long. Okay, I don't think that should be an argument ever.
No, like
period.
I understand where they're coming from of expecting that people will look to these tournaments for data on and deck lists and stuff.
I think it's a very big point. I don't think
I do.
Point to be dismissed.
No, I don't. I'm not dismissing it. I'm saying that specific point turned me back in favor of this a little bit more. So I appreciate that extra admission of we're looking out for the community in this way. But I just don't think it's I don't agree with the precedent that you're setting to try and safeguard 2 events that are ultimately competitive events at their core. So to me, and this again, I'm super biased in thinking competitively about this, of if you want to show up to one of these things and break this combo and you do really well, that's getting rewarded. That's getting rewarded.
Your deck building decisions.
Yeah, or you build a deck that's really good, that's a version of one of an existing decks that's good into the rest of the meta, and you have a great plan for the various bow decks. You could also see great success and also be rewarded for your decision. I think we missed a cool opportunity to have a moment of Pauper where this is really powerful. Let's really stress test this with a few thousand people playing at once and really, really see in paper what the ramifications are.
Well, because now all they're doing at this point is we want players to look at data. The data is already there. Nothing has changed at this point. If that's the case, you're just playing the same format.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think with point 3, it's important to see points 1 and 2 and how they logically follow. Because with point 1, he goes, is this something we want in the format? Nuh-uh. Okay, we've decided we don't want this in the format. If we don't touch it now, are we going to touch it later? He goes, yep, we're probably going to have to ban it in August.
So what's the point of having a giant tournament?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
But also, once again, one of those things, what we want the format to be, me personally, if I had the wallet, I would be not playing an internal format. I would be playing a format with more shakeups where we have events and do crazy stuff on the fly and figure it out. I think that's cool. I think that's a cool story. I don't like the idea that oh God, if we have this broken thing, the story, the legacy of this tournament will be ruined. I'm sure the first Paupergeddon went off without a hitch. No one has ever told me the story of the first Paupergeddon.
Yeah,
Nobody cared. There was no story because there wasn't the big bad bow there to make the story. Like,
if this tournament's a disaster, it's impact for like 4 months.
Yeah,
people,
like there will
looking
be
at
another
it.
Paupergeddon. Like there's already plans for another Pauper Genesis next year. Like people will still show up to play Pauper events and will be excited to watch coverage. To like, oh, did someone come up with the tech to beat it? Did someone come up with the tech to break it? Like, I think that could have also been just as exciting in a way. But
Yeah, I'm on your half on this one.
yeah,
But
I think for what I want and what is cool, I agree with y'all, but I think it's logically consistent.
I agree.
What
I
Gavin's
can
saying
understand.
makes
I can
sense.
understand
Like,
how we got where we got.
yeah.
But
yes.
I do think they made the right call. I just think they made the less cool call.
I see. I do agree with that. After this very clear explanation, that
Yeah.
like it seems like this was the right call for the moment, but I just don't agree with now like really setting this, and because that was also part of the cranial ram precedent of like not only does it match a card that pre-exists on the ban list and they just banned, but it's also they were like there's also this Paupergeddon coming up that's the first MH3 Paupergeddon, and we don't want to get it have half the room play cranial ram. Like that was part of the decision too.
So my thing going now going forward is that okay? If any card that happens to combo with another card, like a 2-card combo that maybe 1 or 2, 3 mana somewhere in that realm, is it all instantaneously just getting banned? Like, is that the precedent we're setting going forward?
I
now?
don't think this is the norm. Sorry, Bert, you continue.
I took that as I took that as an implication of what he said today. I did think that a cheap, dangerous 2-card instant killed combo would be a pre-ban going forward. I think that's an implication of his logic.
If that's the case, and we want to be consistent with it, that's fine. I think we just have to be consistent.
That's what I thought.
He specifically says it's not the case. Like, this is definitely not the norm. He mentions in the video.
they said that with cranial ram too.
Yeah, he mentions that some shakeups are good, even if they're temporarily shakeups, because we don't get a lot of them, even if it's a card that's going to be banned. But since this is so close to 2 major tournaments and the biggest Pauper tournament that's ever happened in the United States, they wanted to ban this ahead of time because worst case scenario, say there's 4 of these in the top 8, and then 2 weeks later, it's like, oh yeah, that tournament didn't really count. It was just a bunch of those stupid bow decks that did it. And yeah, that is a cool story to tell. It is I think it's pretty for the players overall.
Well, so another point that he had made, he's talking about card acquisition or acquisitions or whatever. It's like, well, yeah, literally got them in the mail today. It's like, oh well, now I've just got a mail day that I didn't look forward to. If that's another,
you didn't look forward to those sick oubliettes you got.
I did get a set of oubliettes in the mail today as well.
We're pretty happy showing those off. I wouldn't say you didn't look forward to that.
No. But I also order cards in mass. This is different. That's a different point.
I said sick oubliettes and you smiled.
Yes, the oubliettes are very cool. I am excited to play those at some point. But it's like, yeah, the card acquisition's like, yeah, I ordered my Seekers like as soon as the Hawkeyes got okay. Well, I guess I can't do that anymore going forward if we don't or do not know what the precedent is.
Dude, just thank God we're not playing Modern. You didn't spend $140 on Catch Hermosa's again.
Oh god. Well, that card didn't get banned. That card just sucked.
They just rotated it by printing
power creep of the format.
every set.
Yeah, I was like, that's insane. I can't believe I did that.
It's kind of funny we were talking about this where we were like, oh, for like, yeah, y'all were kind of like, let it run rampant for the tournament. We all agreed that this isn't the Pro Tour format. Like, this is the format about having a wide meta game. So for the first like big states tournament, let's like showcase that, I think.
Yeah. No, I've come around to that with this article and also watching the deck in person and playing against it and
I really think it's not the norm, and Cranial Ram is also not the norm. I think these are 2 completely different scenarios. As he did cite Paupergeddon with Cranial Ram, I think it's very different because Cranial Ram was just better cranial plating. Yeah. A card that we all know is extremely messed up. In Hippo, you've been mentioning your biggest thing is the consistency thing. Yeah. And one thing I talk about all the time is that things don't exist in vacuums. Like, I don't think consistency is good. We saw the whole reason Nadu ran rampant in Modern was because they wanted to be consistent. They wanted to give players, they can buy their cards. Like you mentioned, they got their Nadus in the mail. and for the bad side of the health of Modern, they let people who got their Nadus and Shukos just demolish RCQs because they're like, we're locking into this date, and that was a consistency thing. And I don't think Magic cards are about vacuums and consistencies. And
I think that is more a feature of how I work as a person than of how a card game works.
Well, I can't argue about your brain wiring, so
I'm the only one who can.
On the topic of cranial RAM, they left it unbanned on Pauper Arena for quite a bit. I have gotten to play cranial RAM. It's not fun on either side of the table. They made the right call. That card is not fun.
I've played those events too. You just beat the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Like I think the 2 times I've lost with it, like actually the only 2 times I lost was Gruul Chatterstorm. Like one of them cast into the fired or some artifact like hate main deck got my cranial ram immediately, and the other one just like killed me on turn 2 on the play, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
So recently they banned something like cranial ram, gush, days, and persistent petitioners on there, which are like when I think of the 4 best cards in Pauper.
Tyler, it's back. Oh, he was so down for playing that deck too. He was defeated this weekend. It looked like after he's like, I just don't think I don't think this is it anymore. And I'm like, yeah. And those guys like, you have to tell me next time I want to play this deck not to play it. And I'm like, okay, I will.
I'm gonna gas
I tried to tell him.
I tried
to tell him 2 weeks ago.
That deck is sick. I love that petitioner's deck.
It is cool.
We'll have to break the news that he got banned.
Maybe now that he's off it, I'll borrow it.
There you go.
Maybe I'm gonna play it.
I'll play it for the Common Ground Cup.
I don't think I'm gonna do it on that sort of stage. Maybe League.
You should play Naya Gates for the Common Ground Cup.
I'm thinking about it, but a lot of times I'll play it. I'll play a deck. I'll do real well on it. I'll be like, I'll run this back, and I get crushed. And it's like,
Magic,
oh yeah, I'm lucky. I'm not good.
No, it's just I think that's Pauper too.
Yeah.
Like I got crushed with some matchups playing Mono Red Madness, and it's like the most popular deck, and it'll just get crushed.
It was a
sometimes, man.
bad room for Mono Red.
Oh
and
my
really
God.
good room for Bow.
I started off on Tilt a little bit in the tournament because I sit down and I recognized my opponent. Very, very nice guy. I recognized him from Affinity Game Lounge. He was playing Rally. And I'm like, oh, please don't be playing Rally. Please don't be playing Rally. And he's like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing pretty good. Super nice guy again. And he's like, yeah, I'm running it back. I own the cards now. I borrowed the deck from Derek, but now I own the deck. And I'm like, donkey! And he ran me over. It was funny.
He also told me what deck he was on before we played.
Yeah.
If you're listening, stop doing that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
So, honestly, you know what?
Some people do that.
Some people, that's a flex.
Yeah.
Because giving you the information that you know what you're going to have to play against, and then you still lose to it,
Yeah.
get wrecked, idiot.
I played around at game 1 and I still lost. And there's nothing. It's like the land grant. It's like, here it is. What are you gonna do about it? Lose the game?
love the land grant.
It's the same thing.
I watched Derek land grant at some point this on Saturday, and he just revealed. He's like, I'm going to reveal my hand anyway, and it was just 5 forests.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my
I watched
god,
him
Derek.
that same game. I watched him pay 2 mana for it
Yeah,
and reveal his hand. That wasn't. It was on turn 2. I think he just revealed his hand. I'm like, Derek, you don't gotta do it. Oh well.
oh well, now they know.
I'm just like, what's he doing? He just revealed his hand. It was funny.
His revealing is part of the cost.
Yeah. Well, as if you cast it for free.
Yeah, if you cast it for free.
Yeah, he just paid 2 for it.
He was paying for land grants all day.
Yeah, I don't think I saw him cast one for free, actually. That game he played against Kyle was hilarious. He kept picking up Ginger Cabin.
Oh,
We've talked about that scenario before. I've actually never see it come up to
Yeah,
play.
it's sick when it's going.
Because either you just die to madness, like there's no time for it to do that, or like you either die or win the game. Like there's a few percentage amount of games that actually comes up, but like this was one of those that came up and it was pretty cool. Like he probably gains like 60 something life the course of that game.
Yeah.
I've run the Ginger Cabin in my Elves deck. I don't think I've ever bounced it.
See? Yeah.
I picked it up with a Korean Ranger, and I have not even played that much.
Do we have any final thoughts on this ban? Oh, I wanted to. Yeah, there's a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
There's one last. I guess that can be like post ban conversation. Do we agree with the ban overall, Thomas?
I've come around to it. I was hoping that they would let it ride, but given how much they gave in terms of context of exactly where they were coming from for this decision and kind of pulling the curtain back even further on their ban philosophy as a whole, I appreciate the transparency. Given those facets and arguments, I am more in favor with them and the decision they made. I still don't like the big event precedent. I think that is dangerous, and I hope that it's not
the norm.
It doesn't become the norm. Yeah. Which I have faith that it won't. It's only happened a couple times. All in all, I am excited to have basically the same metagame to prepare for, and not necessarily need to prepare for extra bow / anti-bow decks with just a couple weeks left before Genesis. So, like, in that way, I do get where he's coming from for the players. But, overall, I'd just like to not see large tournaments become a precedent.
Get that. Mm-hmm. Hippo?
Oh, I am somewhat in the very similar mindset. I'm cool with the ban. It makes sense. I'm not arguing against it.
Yeah.
I'm more of a timing
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Also, the precedents. I'm also big on the precedent sets. Like, oh, you just didn't want to impact 2 large formats. There's a ban right behind it. I understand why. I get it. Do I necessarily agree with it in a whole, like, to 100%? No, not necessarily, but I understand it at least. And going forward, looking at things with now that they have, like, officially done, like, they have a large swath of effects that they've banned across the format now, that you can start to look at new cards that are being printed and go, is this card relatable to X, Y, or Z?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Pressure on turn 2 or broken for Affinity, broken for Storm.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, yes. As long as they're consistent, then that's fine. That's my biggest thing. Mm-hmm. Is just like, I just want consistency. Is it cool that it's the same format? That's fine. I'm also cool with that. I think the format is great right now. Overall, I would have waited till after. That's my only thing. I think I would have waited till after the two big tournaments.
Petinius, what do you think?
I think it was logically consistent, well communicated. The PFP did a good job. That said, as a player, I think the most fun thing would have been ban it in August, let it ride, play it out. That's what I would, selfishly, as me, that's what I would have had the most fun doing. I see why it is what it is. I think they did a great job. Would have been way cooler to ban it in August.
You know why I got banned, right? Everybody knows, like, actually why I got banned.
Yeah, the secret itself is, like,
Michael J. Flores has Gavin's cell phone number, and he called them. And that is why it's banned. So, if y'all are mad, go to Princess of Pauper.
You need it.
Y'all call Michael J. Flores.
Out of them.
I love them to death.
Yeah, they're wonderful. I can't
I
wait to
do.
meet them.
I'm very, very excited. And Michael J. Flores is very cocky, so I hope he enjoys the friendly talking. Yeah. And so it does not come from a place of hate, it comes from a place of love.
You think Michael J. Flores listens to Pauper podcasts?
No, but I know his much cooler co-host does.
There you go. It's very handsome co-host.
I'm very, very excited to meet Rich. Mm-hmm. He seems cool. So.
Hell yeah. Excited to meet all of y'all at Pauper Genesis if you're going to be there.
You didn't ask me if I agreed with it.
Yeah, you just kind of kept talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think, Cameron?
What do you think, Cameron?
Thank you.
Nobody cares. Let's move on.
Nobody cares. Let's move on. Got him.
Got him.
I, for very shellfish reasons, agree with the band.
Yeah, you want to play Fog at Genesis.
I do want to play Fog at Genesis, baby. We're back. We're back, baby. Oh my god, I can play my deck again. Oh, I was stressing about, like, man, I know Mono Red's really good, but it's like I'm losing some games just because the deck just sometimes falls. But that's just Pauper too. I lose games with freaking Fog too, where the deck just falls on its face. So I don't know why it was so annoying in Madness. And Spy, I'm like, either the deck does more so than any other deck I've played. If a deck either did terrific, or it's like, oh cool, I mulled the 4, or it's like, oh, this is a perfect 7. Last 2 cards, lot of giant. Okay, cool. Or, oh, leave the Stampede. I'm like, oh, I'll show you this one card. And, Malevolent Rumble. Here's a swamp. So I will explode.
Do you even play Fog? I thought you were the Naya Gates guy.
Or maybe I should play Naya Gates for Genesis. I will test it over. I only have a week, but
Please
I will
test
test it. Do I do Naya Gates or Boros Gates?
Naya.
You just let me know what you want to do. You want to play against.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. We need to do, like, we should have people over to jam a bunch of games.
We can do that.
That'd be fun.
Do we think there are any other? Obviously, Fog is a winner with an early infinite combo not being present in the format. Are there any other winners and or losers that y'all can immediately think of?
I think everything's the same. Again, it's just
Right,
the same as it was a week ago.
But things were already starting to shift up a little bit. Like I was seeing a lot more interest in like something like Panza because just attacking
The sheer number of gates?
Yeah, attacking the gates plan is really, really strong. And so if people then pull back on Panza, I'm happier about that as the Jeskai player. So like that's like things I'm thinking about of like, oh, okay.
I do think people, the gamers that did game a lot with Tron, Spy, and FAMs, and even Goblin Storm, or Goblin Archaeomancer Storm.
The Red Green Storm?
Yeah, Red Green Storm. I don't know why I didn't call it Red Green Storm. I think those four decks.
Archaeomancer, yeah.
Like, I think those 4 decks would have been shadow banned, quote unquote, for.
Fam
Actually, I think
the
Storm
deck can keep up.
Can win on like turn 2, 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it can still hang.
Yeah, I do think it's just a worse deck than the Bow combo deck overall.
So we're fighting words with you and Callie.
I know. Everybody can fight me on it.
He's dressed like Callie right now.
I am.
He is. The guns are out.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
If
right
only-
here.
Yeah. I've been cutting off sleeves of shirts just for you, Callie.
I'm sure he'll love that.
Yeah, I cut the sleeves off the shirt. It didn't come like this.
I can tell.
Congratulations.
I'm happy for you.
There, thank you. We're getting there. I think a big winner, unironically, is Boros / Naya Gates.
Yeah.
People just realizing, holy this is good.
Well, it's okay. So, like, even before, it's like what was the revelation? There was a revelation that people had. Oh, Pursue the Past. Mm-hmm. That's really been the biggest. Like,
that is a big winner.
It is a big winner. If you're a Pursue the Past gamer, it was a big winner.
Yeah. Because that's what got Snacker into those Gates shells, like, really consistently. People were trying stuff for a while, but, like, having access to that was
because
really
I think
strong.
like the first week that people started to do like the first week that deck was like a thing. I played like the Naya version where it plays like Malevolent Rumble. Mm-hmm. I was very, very impressed. Every part of that deck just functions with itself. It's so good. It's all very synergistic with each other. All the cards do really cool things. It's just it's very cool. No, I think it's a very good winner. I think it's a good deck.
It's a good Prismatic Strands deck.
It's a great Strands deck. It's a great Snacker deck. It's a great Gates deck. It's a great.
You can make it a Writhing Chrysalis deck now.
Should you choose to? It's a great Guardian. It's a great Guardian deck. That's just part of the Gates deck. But
that we were talking about before, and those are coming out. That looked like the Guardian of the Gilpack version. The straight Celestia version was reading out, and before Bow, just like the Chrysalis version, just had a big like upswing over the Guardian of the Gilpack version. Usually they'd play like 4 Chrysalis and maybe 1 Guardian of the Gilpack main board instead of like the 4 Guardians, which is kind of interesting. I sent y'all a list of a straight Boros version.
That was what.
So where my head's at is you're playing Pursue the Past, Still Discovery, and I'm like, screw it, let's throw in the Spirit Mascot thing. 3 of the Eidolons you can pick up from that to trigger your Spirit Mascot and just make your draw 2 super efficient. And then Outlaw Medic Sacred Cat.
Okay, so having played the actual tribe deck, I do think a larger number than 3 of the like Eidolon effects is more where you want to be. Because at some point, your early game, like if you didn't have one of those 2 cards to like get advantage off of that, then you feel kind of bad.
Yeah, but I do have Sacred Cat's discard. I do have Prismatic Strands to discard.
Yeah, you're not like
to discard,
but you don't like want to discard a Sacred Cat immediately to one of these, right?
No.
Okay, so like I think maximizing your opportunity to have like, because you already have so many of the draw 2s, but just maximizing the cards that like go with the draw 2s that are not the second halves of them being the good half, like the Sacred Cat specifically. Like I think binning early Prismatic Strands is totally fine.
Oh yeah,
that is 100%. Way better than binning a cat early.
Yeah, but it's way better. But it's kind of like the Madness thing, where it's like, would I rather? What's the first thing I want to bin? Sneaky Snacker. Same thing with this deck.
Yeah, you still want to bin Sneaky Snacker.
Why would I been after that? Fiery Temper if I can cast it. Then not. It's Lava Dart, spare lands.
Yeah,
And that, I kind of see like the lava darts of a sacred cat. Those are kind of like the mirror for binning
Yep.
those. Am I happy to bin a lava dart? No, but would I rather cast it? But can I get value out of it later? Yeah, so I guess I'm binning it.
I'm usually pretty happy about discarding lava dart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I discard them willy nilly. I'm just like, all right, cool.
No, this is my wheel. Yeah, this is totally my wheelhouse. Like I'm
Oh, yeah.
I'm on board with you.
Dude,
I actually think
play
Spirit
Boros
Mascot is
forever.
kind of slept on a little bit, just as like a fair card. Like I don't think you have to play like in the tribe deck. Like it's very good there, obviously, because it does all the nonsense that it does. But I think it's just a totally fair card, and it's totally fine.
Bree, you told me to cut the spirit mascots.
I hate it. I don't know. I've never felt threatened when a spirit mascot
Same.
is on
Dude,
the
I
board
think-
across from me.
I think y'all just haven't sat enough from these Eidolons yet.
I have many times. I've sat across from just like an 8-power spirit mascot, and I'm just like, Hydroblast, move on.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it in this shell too. 'Cause
The shell is also just a bunch of resilient threats, and it having like one threat that you don't need to gate on its own, so you can just kind of
Yeah,
you can
that
kind of
is nice.
diversify what you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
That
that's
part's
my
really cool.
main
That's why I'm
reason.
on board.
They are probably better in a gate shell where you have other things that your opponent wants to use their removal on, rather than because against the tribe deck, I'm
It's
sitting
two
there of
cards.
just all I need. I'll eventually pick off snackers with my exile spells, but like post board, as Jeskai, I'll just Hydroblast or Scred these spirit mascots, and then the only other thing I need to worry about is just being able to deal with a inside out on a tribe, and like that's it.
But I
That's
cut
the
those-
only things I think about in that matchup.
I cut those terrible cards.
Yeah, like tribe and inside out, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say with the spirit mascot, because there's a point in the game in those tribe decks where you're just like
Churning through
4
cards.
Eidolon triggers, like the
That
amount it
part's
is a
super
threat
cool.
scales with the game, but the
It's more like
difficulty
war
to
leave,
answer
though.
it does not.
Yeah,
Like,
but they
it's-
each individually trigger.
Yeah.
When they
It-
leave,
it-
so it is a
Oh.
trigger each time one Eidolon leaves the
yeah,
graveyard.
Gotcha.
It does scale with the game in that sense.
Gotcha.
Also, it
Is
makes
that
your
further?
like your draw twos out of the bin way better.
Okay.
Like, as it increases the size on that one too.
Yeah.
So I think it is actually a card you don't want to play like early on. You want to save that for a little bit later. It's like, there you go.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot more successful. It's a really good point, James. Yeah, if you waited for a while, Jonathan, with the scaling of the game.
Yeah, it is so dirtly. Part of it, I'm biased from draft. Like somebody plays on turn 2 against you in draft, you're like, eh.
Yeah, because Boris was pretty. Unless you had it all, it was pretty bad in draft.
I felt like Boros was good, but the spirit mascot was not why it was good.
Fair. Any other thoughts on today? Any?
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
It is high.
That's my thought on today.
I love the takes of when people just hate the PFP, and then it's every other format is just so jealous, and then we
Yeah.
just have like probably a small percentage of Pauper players that are just like, I hate them. They do everything wrong. And I have seen that take, and I think it's wild.
I also think it's wild.
And so it's just hilarious that we get these beautiful videos.
Nope, I still
and-
think we are very privileged.
Yes,
mind
I
you.
agree.
A video, we get a whole article.
Yeah. People are just like, they're dumb. They don't know what they're doing. And it's, dude, Gavin's smart.
they know what they're doing, and now in each time they have one of these articles and video explanations that Gavin presents from the group, we have a better understanding of what they're trying to do and what they want to accomplish.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like their some of their like DMs or emails aren't open. Like, you could probably just reach out to like a couple of them at least.
No, I tried
Like-
to DM Gavin on Twitter.
Yeah.
I got back on Twitter. It's closed.
I think the one that writes for cool stuff, you definitely
Oh.
can DM.
Is it Alex?
I don't know,
Paige?
Paige, yeah.
Paige?
Oh, is it Paige?
I'm sure you can message Paige. I messaged Emma because I've connected with her
Oh,
at
on
an
Discord.
event. So yeah. They are accessible to an extent. Of course, be polite and respectful, but
Yeah.
you know,
Parasocial
Don't be
is the
crazy.
one.
Actually, don't reach out to them if you're super mad.
yeah.
If you do,
no.
tell them Cameron sent you.
Do not do that. Actually, I said the opposite. Do not reach out to these people.
Actually, yeah. That's a better idea. You know what? Keep your opinions to yourself.
Yeah.
Or post in
You know
the
what?
Common Ground Discord.
Yeah.
Or
dude.
yeah, or you can do that. Or you can hop in our Discord if you're not already there. There's a lot of folks in there that are posting some
If you
some
wanna-
relatively reasonable takes. Honestly,
Yeah, if you-
I just am not here for the snacker nonsense. Personally, it's ridiculous. The fact that people want to ban Snacker before. What happened to Writhing Chrysalis?
That is kind of funny.
What happened to Writhing Chrysalis, you guys?
The thing is, we're cutting Writhing Chrysalis so we can fit more Snacker synergy in. Like Snacker,
I don't even wanna
Snacker's
play
not
him.
fun. I don't like it.
I don't want to
forget
play
the triggers.
Chrysalis on my Gates deck. It costs
You
4
won.
mana.
You won with the Seeky Snacker.
Okay, but I don't
I
know if you
know.
knows this. I don't really play Snacker decks ever because I don't.
I couldn't
find
tell.
them fun. I don't find them fun to play against.
No,
I've
I know,
always
I know,
just
I know.
thought it's kind of dumb.
Just
It's
making a
just
joke.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I couldn't
I
tell.
don't like it.
I think my only consideration for it is that they've done the ubiquitous thing before, and that's my biggest pointer finger to that.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. It's like you banned a Deadly Dispute because every deck wanted to play Deadly Dispute. Every deck wants to play Sneaky Snacker. I'm just gonna point to that.
Well, except blue black.
A lot of
Fae.
decks.
A lot of decks.
Yeah.
A lot of
That
decks.
is
A lot of decks want to. Well, again, a lot of decks wanted to play
That is funny.
Deadly Dispute. So
That's probably how we end up in this world with these crazy 16 land mana bases. Is everybody got hooked on having 4 random treasures in their deck? and
Yeah,
they're
no
just
shit.
having to-
that was a problem before that.
Hey, you're stealing our next episode idea.
Oh, my bad.
That'll probably be a future one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Yeah.
oh man, oh man. I hope they ban Gutter Snipe because I don't like playing against it.
Somebody mentioned that to me recently.
Really, that's hilarious.
I don't mind snipe.
No,
No,
notice how
that
I
card's
didn't
cool.
say that. I didn't say Fire Blast. Didn't say
Yeah.
any of this other nonsense. I just picked the card as like a lot of people are like. I wouldn't. I can see one way or the other keeping it. I can see keeping it. I can see banning it.
It is a pretty cool card.
It is a cool card. It has opened up a lot of directions for things to move.
Sneaky Stacker, not Gutter Snipe.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gutter Snipe is cool. I think it is very cool. We get to play Gutter Snipe in this format.
Yeah,
I
I'd
also
like to
think it's
keep
very cool that
snipe.
you get to play Other Snipe in this format.
Snacker can go. Snacker in that deck, in the snipe deck, just like violates all the rules of the philosophy of fire. It's just damage out of nowhere that you paid nothing for.
Yeah, I will say that is a very frustrating start. When I was playing testing the bow deck versus Mono Red Madness, the games that they would get were turn 1 Faithless Looting, discard 2 Snackers. Just are you kidding me? Ugh, what a start.
I counter the lootings on 1. Don't you dare keep a 1-lander with a looting to fix against me at Common Ground Cup. I will counter it.
Oh, yeah. You're playing Naya Gates. I guess you can blast it post-board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
The Common Ground Cup, you can come along and join Jonathan and the rest of us on July 25th at Game Night in Columbia, Tennessee, sponsor of today's podcast. Yeah,
Nice.
You can check them out at GameNightTN.com. You can check out their events coming up. They've got some other Pauper events from time to time, including their league on Tuesday nights. They'll be hosting the Common Ground Cup on Saturday, July 25th. Starting to fill up, so
If you're missing any cards, go to their website, put in a little order from them, pick up your cards on the day of.
They're working on expanding their whole inventory into actual like a whole actual inventory you can just add to cart on the website too. They're working on that right now, so that's coming down the pipeline.
I know they have a bunch of Seekers there. You want those?
Yeah, for the memory box or something.
Should I give away my playset? Should I put my playset in my trophy?
That'll be
Same, honestly.
Yeah.
Just put 8 of them in there. Why not?
gift one. Yeah, you guys give your play set out to top 8. Everyone gets a Seeker of Skybreak.
Should that'd be funny. Should I put my Godolphas in the trophy in my Deadly Disputes?
I'm in for that, actually.
Now, there's already going to be some Clockwork percussionists in the trophy.
Yep.
James was able to
There
procure
are some test print Clockwork
They're
percussionists.
test print?
Yeah.
They're test prints. They're signed by the artist.
What's it?
Test print or artist proof?
Artist proof.
Artist proofs.
excuse me,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Not test print. My apologies.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
artist proofs.
I know they're artist proofs. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's a very playable card.
Yes, it is.
That's a very playable card.
That deck's cool.
No, the red aggressive decks are pretty sweet. I got to play the Axe deck again last week. That deck is really fun.
I need to play that
It's
deck.
so much fun to
Oh,
play.
yeah.
It's really good.
Mono Red 1-drops.
Yeah.
God, let's just get like a monstrous rage downshift.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
New.
Oh boy.
We
We don't
need
need Red Rancor.
No. I mean, it's a worse card than Fire Blast, and we have that, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
One of those cards
Okay.
is.
One of those cards is Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, one of those cards will not.
Well,
be
that's
modern legal.
actually Monstrous Rage was often Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, because we had
in
cheap
Standard.
double striker.
Ward 1 is the stuff of nightmares.
It was good. It doesn't have Ward 1.
Oh, does it not?
it gave
Oh,
it
I'm thinking of the
trample.
green one.
Yep.
I'm silly.
Nope.
Yep,
It was
no,
so
you're-
good.
no,
you're brute.
You're brute. Scintillus is a different one. It was so good because Heartfire Hero and Manifold Mouse, the combination of those two cards made it
Yes.
extremely good. One of those cards will never be
Never
banned
hurt
in
you.
Modern, and one of them would be way too good in Modern.
Was it in Standard at the same time as that one that could fling itself?
Yep. Calisel Sword.
Or you're talking about the
Cacophony.
cacophony scam.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. That,
Yep.
Yes, it was.
People
Well,
tried
yeah,
that stuff
people
too.
played.
Yeah.
that was a good deck. People played Calisel Sword too, and then the Leyline deck with it. That was a whole other offshoot of that. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, if you want to go to our Discord and pick fights with people based on if you think Sneaky Snacker should be banned or not, just
I'm sure
keep
that will
it
be a
civil.
lengthy
Band
discussion.
snacker.
Ban Snacker. I'll start up some tonight. But I'll go to my alt account and I'll just start being a menace.
You have to let me know what it is so that I can laugh at
I
it.
will. It's yeah, I'll say that off air.
It's donkey.
Yeah. I had a person in the name. I'll tell you guys off air.
All right.
Go join the Discord.
I'll be impressed if you can remember 2 Discord passwords simultaneously.
Yeah,
I would-
well, they're all my
honestly.
passwords are the same. If you figure one, now you ruin my life.
You probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be
It's
doing
fine,
that.
trust me. My ex-wife knows them too.
Yeah, you should probably change your passwords, bro. Certainly the one to your bank.
Oh, actually, I don't know that one. If you made
Great.
it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, you can send them over to commongroundmgpod@gmail.com, or like I said, join that Discord question tab, pet tab, meta discussion tab. We fight over which cards should be banned and not be banned, all that fun stuff.
I want to see some people in the welcome tab.
Yeah, I want to see some people in the welcome tab.
Well, thank you for being on the pod this week, Jonathan.
Thank y'all for having me.
we
This is always
appreciate you.
fun.
Thank you for having us in your
Yeah,
lovely home.
We are in your apartment. I don't know if we ever mentioned that.
We
I'm
did.
gonna I'm gonna record something once we wrap up to put at the beginning.
Literally got some dogs from Rarity as we said that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
nice.
true. Toot. Very toot. Aw. Those things are dog. They're simply spiked lemonades, Rarity.
I actually like those.
Those things are they taste like syrup.
Perfect.
Thank
Yeah.
you for listening, fam. We appreciate y'all. We'll
Go
be,
go drink the green tea. Surfsides are so good.
Bye.
All right.
Everybody.
Oh, I can't wait to party this weekend.
Darby?
Yeah, dirty party. Drive safe. I hate
Nobody
when
else,
those
just
videos
me?
come up because I'll watch.
What video?
On TikTok.
People-
That's a thing.
The
People
pimple
like
poppers?
love watching pimple popping.
It's a
That
whole
show
TV
was
show.
super popular.
Yeah, and I can't
insane to
look
me.
away, and then I'll watch it, and then I'll click. Do not show more of this after.
Yeah.
But I'll watch the whole thing first. It's kind of like a beheading. Like you can't look away.
Yeah.
Can't say I've ever seen one.
Nurses really love that stuff. Like they'll
Beheadings?
just the pimple popping TV shows. They'll just eat yogurt and watch that. Like they have no fear. Deranged.
It's like I like to imagine them eating yogurt and just watching some dude get their head cut off.
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Oh, man.